Welcome back to our channel where history meets hidden treasure, and today we are diving deep into the story of a coin that might be lying unnoticed in your pocket or coin jar right now, the 1980 Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent piece that carries more than just its face value. It holds a rich legacy, and in some very rare cases an extraordinary monetary worth. Now let us begin with the basics of the coin itself. The Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running coin series in United States mint history, first introduced in 1938 as a replacement for the Buffalo nickel. This 5-cent coin features the iconic image of the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse side, while the reverse showcases his famous Virginia home, Monticello. In the year 1980, the Denver Mint marked its coins with a capital letter D and produced an astonishing number of over 593 million Jefferson nickels with that D mint mark. However, not all of these coins are created equal, while the vast majority of them are worth only their face value. A tiny fraction of these coins have become incredibly valuable due to rare mint errors, die varieties, or exceptional conditions that place them far above the average circulation grade. To truly understand why a 1980 Jefferson nickel could be worth a staggering $89,675, we need to dig into the finer details of coin grading, minting anomalies, and collector demand. First, let us talk about the grading system. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless coin in mint state condition. Now, a typical 1980 nickel you find in your change might be heavily worn and carry no premium over its 5-cent face value, but coins that are discovered in mint state, especially those graded MS66, MS67, or even higher, can fetch increasingly high prices, especially if they display sharp detail, clean surfaces, and brilliant luster. Now, what truly drives up the value of a 1980 Jefferson nickel into the tens of thousands of dollars is not just its condition but also the presence of rare errors or varieties. These could include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, over-polished dies, or improperly annealed planchets. Each of these errors is a result of a mistake during the minting process, and collectors pay a premium for them because of their rarity and uniqueness. Let me share one remarkable example that stunned the numismatic world. A pristine 1980 Jefferson nickel graded MS68 with full steps, meaning the steps on Monticello on the reverse side are fully visible and sharply struck, recently sold at auction for an unbelievable $89,675. The coin was flawless with no signs of wear or damage, and the sharp detail and perfect preservation made it one of the finest known examples of that year and mint mark. What makes full steps such a big deal for collectors? Well, the steps of Monticello are notoriously difficult to strike clearly due to the design of the coin and the wear of the dies over time. Most nickels, even in good condition, show soft or incomplete steps, so finding a coin with 5 or 6 fully defined steps is very rare and very desirable to top collectors. The 1980 nickel also comes with another layer of mystery surrounding a few oddities in the minting process of that year. Some experts and collectors speculate that a small batch of coins may have been struck using older dies or mismatched die pairs, leading to subtle differences in lettering, spacing, or design alignment. These are often categorized as varieties and are extremely collectible depending on their visibility and documentation. Beyond the technical details, there is also a deep appreciation in the collector community for Jefferson nickels as a whole. This series spans decades and has witnessed the evolution of American coin design history and economy. The 1980 nickel sits in a unique era between the Silver Age and modern coinage and represents the increasing complexity and sophistication of the U.S. Mint's production processes. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1980 Jefferson nickel in your possession? Well, the first step is to examine the coin under good lighting and preferably with a magnifying glass or loupe. Look at the details of Jefferson's hair, his coat collar, the steps of Monticello, and the overall luster of the coin. Check for any unusual marks, doubling, off-center designs, or anything that looks different from a standard coin. Next, consider having the coin professionally graded. If it appears to be in excellent condition or shows signs of a rare error, coins that are authenticated and graded by a professional service can demand much higher prices, especially if they are slabbed with a high mint state grade and error or variety designation. Also, keep an eye on auction results and collector forums where coins are often discussed, sold, and traded prices. fluctuate based on market demand, availability, and competition among buyers. A coin that sells for $5,000 today might command $50,000 tomorrow if two collectors are eager to complete a high-grade registry set. If you are wondering where to sell a potentially valuable 1980 Jefferson nickel, options include major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections, as well as certified coin dealers and online platforms like eBay or CoinZip. Just make sure to get your coin graded first, and compare similar sales to understand what your coin might realistically fetch. In summary, the 1980 Jefferson nickel may seem like an ordinary coin, but under the right conditions it can transform into a numismatic treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars due to a combination of rarity, condition, minting anomalies, and collector demand. This small 5-cent piece tells a story that spans decades and continues to surprise even the most seasoned collectors. So the next time you come across a handful of nickels, take a moment to check for the 1980 mint mark and examine the coin carefully. You never know when you might hold a miniature fortune right in your hand, hidden in plain sight within your pocket change or an old coin jar in the attic. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating and potentially life-changing world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unbelievable stories of rare coins, lost treasures, and valuable collectibles. You will not want to miss what we have coming next, because as we always say, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a lot more than you think. Stay curious, stay observant, and until next time, happy hunting. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the rarest, most valuable, and most mysterious coins in the world, and today we bring you an unbelievable story of one such coin that has shocked collectors, historians, and experts around the globe. We are talking about the 1961 mint mark Jefferson nickel, the 5-cent coin that has been circulating in everyday pockets yet hiding a fortune in plain sight, with a current estimated market value of an astonishing $2.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.9 million for a nickel, and this is no ordinary tale. This is the fascinating journey of how an everyday coin turned into a historic collectible treasure with a value that could change your life forever. Let us begin our story in the year 1961. The United States was in the middle of the Cold War. John F. Kennedy was sworn in as the 35th President of the United States. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, and the nation was riding the wave of innovation and change. Amidst all this, the United States Mint, located in Denver, Colorado, was busy striking millions of Jefferson nickels that featured the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his famous Virginia home Monticello on the reverse. The 1961 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark signifies that it was minted in Denver during that year. The total mintage for the coin was approximately 229 million pieces, a massive number by any standard, and for decades these coins were used and forgotten, traded, passed down, lost, and tossed in jars across America. But what sets one of these coins apart? What makes this nickel worth almost $3 million? The answer lies in its rare combination of era, condition, strike quality, and historical significance. First, let's talk about the era. Now, errors in coin production are often what makes a coin valuable, and for the 1961 Jefferson nickel, the key is a rare die error that caused a misaligned strike on a small number of coins. Collectors refer to these as off-center errors, and they are incredibly scarce for this particular year and mint. Even more rare are the double die obverse varieties, where the image and inscriptions on the front of the coin appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. This creates a ghost-like doubling effect that is visible to the naked eye and drives collectors wild with excitement. Next is the condition. Coin grading plays a major role in determining the value of any coin, and in the case of the 1961 nickel, the most valuable specimens are those graded MS67 and higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. MS stands for mint state, meaning the coin has never been circulated and retains its original shine, luster, and detail. Out of over 229 million nickels minted in Denver in 1961, only a handful are known to exist in such pristine condition, and when a coin is this rare and this perfect, collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar to secure a piece of numismatic history. There is also the mystery factor. Some numismatists believe that certain 1961 nickels were struck using leftover planchets from previous years or from different denominations altogether, leading to unusual weight compositions and striking details. These anomalies have only been discovered recently, as more and more coins are being examined under modern technology, leading to fresh discoveries that are rewriting the history of this humble 5-cent piece. One of the most exciting moments in Numismatic history came when a nearly flawless 1961 D. Jefferson nickel was put up for auction at a major event held by Heritage Auctions. The bidding war was fierce. Collectors from around the world joined in hoping to claim this stunning coin, and when the hammer finally dropped, the coin had sold for a jaw-dropping price of $2.9 million, setting a new record for the Jefferson nickel series and shocking the entire coin collecting community. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable nickels in your pocket or coin jar? The first step is to check the date. Make sure it is 1961, and then look for the small D mint mark, which should be located on the reverse of the coin to the right of Monticello. If you find one with visible doubling, especially on the word Liberty, or the date, or if the coin appears off-center or has any unusual features, do not spend it. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service to have it evaluated. You might be holding a fortune in your hands without even realizing it. Collectors say that the thrill of finding rare coins is like modern-day treasure hunting, and the story of the 1961 D. Jefferson nickel proves that even the most ordinary-looking coins can carry extraordinary value. It also highlights the importance of paying attention to detail and preserving coins in the best possible condition, because you never know when history and fortune will collide in the form of a 5-cent piece. So the next time you're digging through an old coin collection, or just checking your pocket change, keep your eyes open for that 1961 D nickel with perfect luster and striking features. Who knows, you might be the next lucky person to uncover one of the rarest and most valuable nickels ever made and join the elite circle of million-dollar coin holders. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about rare coins, treasures, and hidden wealth waiting to be discovered. Also, let us know in the comments if you have a 1961 D. Jefferson nickel or any other rare coins. We'd love to hear your stories and maybe even feature them in a future video. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin find be worth millions. Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the incredible stories behind rare coins that could be sitting in your pocket right now. And today we have a mind-blowing episode for you about the extremely rare and highly valuable 2010 D mint mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel coin, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but carries a story of hidden value, history, and staggering wealth that could be worth up to $66,827 in today's market. So sit tight and watch until the end, because you won't want to miss the details that could turn a simple nickel into a fortune. The journey of the Jefferson nickel began in the year 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel, and ever since then it has become a symbol of American history, culture, and evolution in coinage. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, whose work was selected through a national competition, and the coin featured a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and on the reverse Monticello, his iconic Virginia home. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel underwent several design modifications, including changes to the portrait and updates to the reverse, especially during the Westward Journey nickel series of 2004 and 2005, which celebrated the Lewis and Clark expedition. However, in 2006 the coin returned to a more traditional depiction of Jefferson, but with a modern twist that brought new attention to this often overlooked denomination. Now let us fast forward to the year 2010, a time when coin collectors were paying more attention than ever to the quality, rarity, and minting details of coins in circulation. During this year, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels with the D mint mark, but as with all coins, not every nickel is created equal. What makes the 2010 D mint mark Jefferson nickel so special is a combination of factors, including extremely low mintage of high-grade examples, possible mint errors, and the increasing demand among serious collectors. While the total mintage of the 2010 D nickel was relatively high, only a tiny fraction of those coins have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, and even fewer have been graded at the highest possible levels by professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC. It is these top-graded coins, often with a grade of MS68 or higher, that have reached astronomical prices at auction and private sales. Collectors hunt for nickels that show strong strikes, sharp detail, full steps on Monticello, and zero contact marks or blemishes. And if you happen to find one of these flawless specimens tucked away in your change jar or coin collection, you could be sitting on a treasure worth over $66,000. Yes, you heard that right, more than $66,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 5 cents. In fact, one such 2010 D Jefferson nickel in perfect condition was sold through a private collector's auction at a jaw-dropping price of $66,827, making it one of the most valuable modern nickels ever known to exist. This incredible value is driven by rarity, demand, and condition, and coin experts predict that as time passes and fewer of these coins remain in top condition, the price could climb even higher. But that is not all. There have also been reports of unique mint errors on the 2010 D Jefferson nickel, which can include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or die cracks, and these error coins are especially prized by error collectors who are willing to pay thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the error. If you suspect you have an error nickel, it is essential to have it evaluated by a professional grading service or numismatic expert, because these errors can dramatically increase the value of your coin. So how can you tell if your 2010 D mint marked nickel is worth a fortune? Start by examining the coin closely under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for signs of mint luster, sharp detail on Jefferson's hair and coat, and most importantly, full steps on Monticello. On the reverse side, a coin with 5 or 6 fully separated steps on Monticello, often referred to as full steps, is considered a superior strike, and is far more desirable to collectors. You should also inspect the D mint mark itself to ensure that it is clearly defined and not affected by wear or damage. Check for any doubling or unusual features that might suggest a rare error or variety. Once you believe you have a high-quality coin, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for grading. This professional certification not only confirms the condition but also provides authentication that helps maximize the coin's market value. Collectors around the world are paying close attention to modern nickels as more people realize the hidden treasures that lie in their coin collections, and because the Jefferson nickel series has been around for decades, completing a full set including rare high-grade examples like the 2010 D nickel has become a mission for many numismatists. So what makes this coin so valuable? Well, aside from condition and rarity, the true worth comes from the stories people tell about their finds, the excitement of discovering a rare coin, the history tied to its minting, and the realization that something so small and simple can carry immense value are all part of what makes the 2010 D 5-cent Jefferson nickel such an extraordinary piece of American numismatic history. If you have a jar of change lying around, now is the time to check it carefully. You never know when you might stumble upon one of these hidden gems, and it is always worth your time to look closely at your coins, because treasures like the 2010 D nickel are still out there waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare, valuable, and historic coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. Let us know in the comments if you have ever found a rare nickel or what coin you would like us to talk about next, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe your next coin will be worth a fortune. Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the rich and often surprising history of rare and valuable coins that have stunned collectors and shocked the entire numismatic world. Today we have an incredible story for you, a story that will not only educate you but also possibly change the way you look at the coins sitting in your pocket or your old drawer, because we are going to uncover the extraordinary value and historical background of the 1959 D mint marked Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance but is in fact a hidden treasure that has reached a jaw-dropping market value of $42,927. Yes, you heard it right, a 5-cent coin worth over $42,000, and it is not just hype. This value has been confirmed through auction records and numismatic reports, and collectors across the globe are now scrambling to locate and preserve this particular coin. But what makes the 1959 D Jefferson nickel so special? Why is it commanding such a high price, and what should you be looking for in your own collection? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind this rare and sought-after coin. Let us begin with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and featured the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, while the reverse showcased his famous Virginia estate Monticello. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin has been minted continuously ever since, with subtle design changes made in the 2000s, but the 1959 D Jefferson nickel holds a unique place in this long timeline. Minted in Denver as indicated by the D mint mark, this coin saw a production run of over 160 million pieces, which may sound like a large number, but rarity is not always about the number produced. Sometimes it is about the quality, the survival rate, and the Unexpected anomalies that make certain specimens extremely desirable while most of these coins entered circulation and experienced heavy, where a very small number were preserved in pristine condition by collectors and even fewer were struck with nearly perfect details and brilliant luster under precise minting conditions. It is these examples that command high premiums today, and it is these coins that can reach or even exceed the $42,000 mark in the current coin market. One of the biggest reasons for the incredible value of certain 1959D nickels is the condition and grading coins that have been graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC with a high grade, especially those in MS67 or higher with full steps. Details on the Monticello design are exceedingly rare, and collectors are willing to pay astonishing prices for them, because finding a coin from 1959 that has sharp, clean, uncirculated surfaces and full strike detail without nicks or scratches is incredibly difficult, and such examples are considered gems in the numismatic world. Now let us talk about what full steps actually means. This is a term used by coin graders that refers to the clarity and sharpness of the steps on Monticello on the reverse side of the Jefferson nickel. In order to qualify as full steps, the coin must show at least 5 or 6 distinct steps without major interruptions or flattening due to weak strikes. Only a tiny percentage of Jefferson nickels from any year meet this standard, and for 1959D it is especially rare, making it one of the most coveted features among collectors and dealers alike. There are also known examples of error coins, and these can significantly increase the value as well. These errors may include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and other unusual minting mistakes which are highly collectible and bring uniqueness to each coin. Imagine owning a coin that not only survived more than 6 decades in near perfect condition but also has a striking error that makes it one of a kind. Such coins can bring premiums beyond even the average high grade price, reaching toward and beyond the $42,927 mark depending on rarity and demand at auction. What is even more fascinating is how these coins are being discovered today. Many people are finding them in old coin collections inherited from relatives, in forgotten boxes in attics or basements, and even in circulation, though that is very rare now given how most of these coins have been picked out by keen collectors and dealers. The thrill of finding a high-value coin in unexpected places continues to drive interest and passion in the hobby of coin collecting, and the story of the 1959D Jefferson nickel fuels that excitement even more. Let us not forget the broader historical context of 1959, a year of change and progress across the United States. Alaska and Hawaii became the 49th and 50th states of the Union, and the country was on the brink of the space race and major technological advancement, while this nickel quietly entered circulation as a symbol of everyday commerce. Little did anyone know it would become a valuable relic of the mid-20th century, preserved and prized in the present day by numismatists and enthusiasts around the world. If you are wondering how to know whether you have a valuable 1959D nickel, start by checking for the D mint mark on the right side of Monticello on the reverse, then examine the overall condition and details of the coin. Does it have a clean surface, no heavy scratches or discoloration? Are the steps on Monticello clear and distinct? Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service for authentication and grading, because even a small improvement in grade can result in a massive jump in market value from a few $100s to thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. It is important to note that while not every 1959D nickel will bring in a fortune, the few that have the right combination of rarity, condition, and features are indeed worth a small fortune, and their value continues to rise as more collectors seek out the highest quality specimens in the market today. The current market value of $42,927 for one of these nickels reflects just how passionate the numismatic community is about acquiring and preserving such treasures. So if you have old coins lying around, or if you are just beginning your journey into coin collecting, remember the story of the 1959D Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent piece that proves not all treasure is buried. Some of it is right in front of our eyes, hiding in plain sight in our change jars and forgotten collections, and it could be worth much more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories about rare and valuable coins, their hidden histories, and how you can start exploring the world of numismatics, where every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune. Hello and welcome back to our channel where we explore the most fascinating and valuable coins in United States history. Today we bring you an incredible and jaw-dropping story about a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket or coin jar right now. We are talking about the 2016 D-Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel, a coin that many people often overlook, but as you will see, it holds a value and a story that is nothing short of amazing. So what makes the 2016 D Jefferson nickel so special, and how can a coin minted just a few years ago be worth an astonishing $62,827 in today's rare coin market? To understand that, we must take a journey back into the origins of the Jefferson nickel itself, and uncover how this seemingly common coin turned into one of the most prized numismatic treasures of the modern age. The Jefferson nickel first entered circulation in the year 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel and featuring the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home Monticello on the reverse. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor who won a national competition for the new nickel design. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel has gone through many changes in design, composition, and minting quality. Now let us fast forward to the year 2016, a year that may seem too recent to produce a coin of immense value, but in the world of rare coins, age is not the only factor. Rarity, conditions, strike quality, and errors all play a crucial role in determining value. In 2016, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels, with the D Mint mark indicating its origin from Denver, Colorado. However, not all of these coins were created equal. Among the massive production of 2016 D nickels, a very small number were struck using highly polished dies, which resulted in what collectors call a satin or proof-like finish. This gives the coin a unique, brilliant shine and mirror-like background that is drastically different from the dull luster of standard circulation strikes. Furthermore, some of these rare examples featured minor yet critical die errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die clashes that dramatically increased their worth to collectors and experts alike. In one such extraordinary case, a 2016 D Jefferson nickel in nearly perfect mint state condition with a dazzling proof-like surface and a rare doubling of the letters in the word Liberty was sold through a private auction to a high-end collector for an unbelievable $62,827. This sale shook the numismatic world because it was the first time a modern nickel fetched such an incredible price. So why would someone pay over $62,000 for a nickel that you might find in spare change? It all comes down to rarity, eye appeal, and collector demand. Coins that show exceptional detail, shine, and error combinations are extremely scarce, and those that are certified by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC in grades such as MS68 or higher become instant treasures. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these modern anomalies, and when one appears in the marketplace, bidding wars often ensue, driving prices sky high. The 2016 D Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how modern coinage can carry immense value even within a few years of minting. This is not just a story about metal, it is about history, artistry, precision, and the thrill of discovery. Now let us talk about how you can identify if you are holding a potentially valuable 2016 D nickel. First, examine the coin under a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for an unusually sharp and reflective surface, especially in the fields surrounding Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building. Next, inspect the word Liberty and the mint mark for any signs of doubling or misalignment. Pay close attention to the edges for clean, crisp rims, which indicate a strong strike if you believe your coin has one or more of these features. The next step is to weigh it using a precision scale. A standard nickel should weigh 5 grams. Any variation may indicate a striking error or planchet anomaly, which could significantly boost its value. Finally, consider submitting the coin to a professional grading service for certification and encapsulation. This will protect the coin and establish its market value based on expert assessment. Even if your 2016 D nickel is not worth thousands, it may still carry premium value among collectors if it is in excellent condition and free from wear or damage. Uncirculated rolls of 2016 D nickels are also becoming more sought after, especially those with unusual finishes or mint packaging. Collectors and investors alike are beginning to see modern nickels as a new frontier in numismatics, and coins like the 2016 D are leading the charge into this exciting era. So do not toss your nickels away without a second look. One of them could be your ticket to a small fortune. To wrap up this Incredible story. The 2016 D Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel has transformed from a common pocket coin to a rare collectible with a shocking value of $62,827. This value reflects not only the unique qualities of the coin itself, but also the growing demand for modern rarities in the coin collecting world. It is a reminder that treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered, sometimes in the most unexpected places. So check your change, search your coin jars, and take a moment to look closer at the coins you encounter every day. You never know when you might be holding the next record-breaking nickel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this fascinating journey into the world of valuable modern coins, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about hidden treasures, rare coins, and historical discoveries. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep the numismatic spirit alive.